Actually, I have a model of it.
This was designed tires by Thompson.
Oh yes, he told me shorty.
They groom it, they drag it with a drag. Yeah, because it's, you know, I got two RPM gauges, so trying to look out a bright screen and then also focus there. I didn't have this on before. I looked at it.
I always wanted a 57, but they were always just out of reach. I never had
And then these are parachutes here. And like when I get, you can see how close my knees are here. I'm taking just to break out. And then now it's going to get a handbrake right here.
See how you hit the fire one when you pulled it up.
Oh, I didn't hit it.
Just opened up automatically.
No, the centrifugal force from going this way to that way popped the bottles off.
Wow.
So yeah, no, the switch was still in. So then I just go from here to there to pull the parachute, and then hopefully that one opens. On the 419 run, that one opened and it broke. It blew out, and I had to go to the backup. But the first thing you do is pull the fuel. So this is a shifter. So at 6,500, I shift out of first to second, and then second to third. And then this is it. I can't even see the switches, so I got to put my hands here and I got to feel okay. It's the same, but all of this is on the front. Oh, okay. So I can see over the top. Right. Yeah, when my dad was saying 68, you got a supercharged engine in the back. Okay. And normally aspirated. Front engine's in backwards. So it's completely reversed. So it's just this whole thing stopped. So when these transmissions fit each other, the front one of these gearboxes got a reversal. Okay. So it reverses the direction because it terminates. These are Hemis, like Chrysler Hemis.
To take to get that perfect, that sweet spot.
We've only run it 5 times ever.
Oh yeah.
Last year.
Okay.
So it's been sitting for basically 46 years and set.
But it did 419 and it was comfortable.
I don't know about comfortable.
Well,
But it did 419.
You didn't come back and go.
I
at
went
the night at 12 o'clock.
It was marginal. It was a marginal.
You wouldn't do any adjustments on it then?
Oh yeah, there's been tons of adjustments.
No, right now you wouldn't change anything on the suspension.
Yeah, I have here because the nitromethane fumes are so put this down so it started.
How large diameter is the gas line?
The fuel line for this thing, like you guys on your cars here, the fuel line's probably maybe the size of your baby finger. Ours is this big, 1.25 inch ID -20. So and see, there's no water in either engine. The only cooling that there is fuel. So the fuel we just deliver lots and volumes of fuel, and that's what keeps the engine cool. And then you have a lot of spark and everything else. It's a fine balance to keep from what we call putting a cylinder out, which is having too much fuel and not enough spark. So you kind of got to balance that with what it is. So right now we ran at about 2,000 horsepower each. We ran 70% nitromethane. Next time we run, we're going to run 80%. So that'll make probably 300 horsepower more each engine. So another 600 horsepower more. So
what's the average cost of a run?
well, just in fuel, you use 1 drum of fuel per run. That's $1,000 bucks. So just in fuel. So. I don't know. I'm scared to look at that number. I mean, it's an expensive endeavor. It's, you know, 2 engines. We take 24 people up there with us. My mom goes with us. That, and then they send me on down there. And it's a hell of a ride.
Now, how long does it run, Dan?
It takes 80 seconds to, from the time you start the deal, 80 seconds to the time you pull the parachute. So that's 5 miles. So you go from 0 to, hopefully it's going to go really fast this year. Hopefully it's going to go faster than 419. The ultimate piston-powered record is 439 miles an hour. So that's not my class. But at the end of the day, I want to be the baddest guy at Bonneville. So that's you're going to have to go 440, 450. That's the goal this year.
And how do you turn it around?
Okay, so that's another issue is at 400 miles an hour, you don't want to turn very far. So this thing's got 5 degrees of steering. And so if you had to just turn it around at the other end, it'd take about 1 mile.
Turning radius is 1 mile?
It's about 1 mile.
Pretty cool.
Or about 85 3-point turns.
Oh!
What we do is we have air jacks on the car. We just stick the air jacks on the side. Car comes up 6 inches, and we take a Lazy Susan that we made, special for this thing, slide a Lazy Susan underneath it, let the air jacks down, spin it around, wind it up the other way, and you're ready to go. Takes us about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, because when you do an FIA run, the first runs we'll make in August will be national records at what they call Speed Week, which is the biggest Bonneville event there is. There's 600 cars and motorcycles that are up there for that thing, from bikes that are 35 cc's that go 50 miles an hour to cars like this that'll go.
Here's the Huntington Beach Club gang. We're still waiting on others before Danny makes his presentation and shows us the
And the whole church congregation's coming too.
And you can't hardly ever load anything like that, so we built this thing. The whole thing lays down on the ground like that. The car comes right up to the front. Got a winch. One guy can load it and unload it. And then pull the airbags back. They're a little low right now, so it takes a while to unload. But when you get up to the start line at Bonneville, there's a whole lot of people up there running at one time. So you unload that thing, pick this thing up, and then the trailer works also. It's got, it won't come out all the way, but these are the fueling rig to start it because it's nitromethane powered. So the only way to start it is on alcohol. So we have one of those that slide out over each engine, plug them in.
look how incredibly aerodynamic it is. It's incredible. And this is the business end of it. The workmanship on this is absolutely beautiful, flawless. This will be a rocket ship. Well, here we are with Danny Thomas. Hopefully we'll want to break the land record this year. Go faster than anybody has ever gone in a piston-driven car. They went fast last year, but they didn't quite break the record, so they're having hopes this year.